You can never be more befuddled than when walking through the winter woods and you come across the Yeti without the $40 he owes you. On another exciting episode of the Cowboy Howdy Podcast.
Wait, Governor,
Know that I'm coming correct.
let me talk to you guys about something that you can do both drunk and high that is extremely pleasant.
I think our podcast needs a budget for guns.
Cowboy. Howdy. Well, shoot, dang. Crack a cold one, baby. What is it with this fucking podcast?
Hey, it's me, your host, KMBZ Berry. Joining us as always, Monterey Bay comic and show producer, Michael Booth.
What's up?
What's up now? So glad to have
How's it
you.
going?
Not here today because he's having special birthday celebrations is Anthony Barrera. Enjoy the birthday brunch. Don't get too smashed up on those homemade mimosas. Enjoy your time, my friend. But guess what we do have here? It is studio engineer and unpaid stowaway extra for 2 seasons of the Dr. Who show, Sebastian McCabe. Yeah, I tripped on it a bit, but you dream of that. You dream of that.
Dude, you know,
You do look like if you could. Well, how's your
He's
like,
so good.
English
Yeah.
accent?
Is it a doctor?
you think I
us,
could?
give us some
I'm
Doctor
too
us with it.
American, though.
Give us
Hit
some
us with
Doctor
it.
Who. Just
Give us some.
this
some
is your
British.
chance. Give us your audition.
I've literally never seen an episode of Doctor Who in my life.
just
I
say this.
don't.
Just say this. Is
You
it
know what
a
a British
doctor?
accent sounds like? That yeah.
Blimey, it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, isn't it?
Dang!
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
You're the
phone-
Kenny on the show. You're the Kenny on the show. There's Doctor Who, the girl, and then you show up and you're like, all right, is there a bathroom in there?
Blimey, it's bigger on the outside than it is on the inside, isn't it?
And that's all you say, but it's also your romantic pickup line for girls. Yeah, bigger on the inside is on the outside. Oh, so how you doing, Sam? Good to have you here.
Oh yeah, not too bad. I actually had a really
That was just growing and growing on Michael.
I had a really I had a strange experience actually a couple nights ago.
Tell us about it.
Strange.
So I had gotten off work kind of late, and I was closer to home, and I pulled into a parking lot. You know, I had to send a couple
Yeah.
texts. I was going to smoke a cigarette. You know, just relax for a minute before I went home.
Okay.
And so I was sitting in this parking lot. You know, sending a couple texts, like listening to a podcast or something.
I thought you were going to say you were
Podcast.
LARPing. Go ahead.
Do you remember what,
Yeah, I was
do you
playing-
remember
I
what
was playing-
podcast you were listening to?
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast about List. It's called. Anyway, I'm just sitting there, you know, and I look up, and there's this guy standing, you know, 4, 5, 6 feet away from my car.
Okay.
I'm like, oh fuck, all right,
That's too
I'll
close.
give
That's
him a
already
do-"
too close. That's
Yeah,
not good
it's already
standing
too
distance.
close. It's already too close.
You don't do that. 12
And
feet.
I roll down the window. I'm like, okay, I'll give this guy a couple bucks or whatever. Get him to fuck off.
Your default was to
And-
start handing him money?
Well, I assume that's what he wanted. So
Oh, boy. Okay. Yep.
why
You're
the
a
fuck
target.
else are you gonna stand next to my car?
You a mark,
so
Seb.
I didn't even have any
mean-
cash. So I roll down the window.
Now you're
This
just
guy's
teasing the
not gonna-
guy.
This guy's not gonna go away, and I want to.
Then you need to.
I want to sit in the parking lot and listen to my fucking podcast in peace. I'm trying to get this guy to fuck off, right? I'm trying to cut a fucking deal with this guy to get him to get the fuck away from me. So,
Bartering for privacy right now. I got you.
yeah, exactly.
Please fuck
So-
off with this money.
Yeah, exactly. I'll pay you $3 to fuck off, basically, is what I'm doing. So, I roll down my window, and this guy, he's wearing like a straw sombrero. He's carrying a broom, like, you know, clearly he's on another level of consciousness.
The fuck?
And so I roll down my window, and he's like, hey, blah, 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 blah. You got a smoke, man? So I'm like, all right, sure. So I give him a cigarette.
No, Sam, no. Don't give the crazy man with the sombrero and the broom a cigarette.
I'm trying to get him to fuck off.
You can't have both
And-
those things at once at night.
And he goes, give me a light, man. So I I acquiesce. I give him my fucking like shitty, almost out crack lighter. I'm just like, you keep that, man, because I don't want him handing that back to me. I put that lighter near my mouth, so I don't want that back.
Yeah,
You
that's a
you
COVID
keep that,
lighter.
man. You have a good night. And then he goes, you're very beautiful.
Oh, this is where we got in the wrong direction. Yeah.
And I said,
Oh boy.
Thanks, man. And he goes,
No.
Can I see your dick? And I said,
Oh no.
no. No, you can't.
Oh no, Seb,
And
you're not
he
ready for
goes-
prison.
And he goes, oh, that's a real shame, man. You want to see my dick? No, I don't think I do, man. Well, what would you do if I showed you anyway?
No, Seb. Stop
I
talking
think
to the
I'm
man,
about-
Seb.
And I told him, I think I'm about to find out.
No, Seb. No.
And then he goes, do you want to have sex? Do you want free sex? And I said, no, I'm committed. Which I'm not, by the way, ladies.
Yeah, this is where you
For
pick
our-
up on women.
For our,
This is
for
where
our
you.
One, for our,
Yeah.
our one female listener.
This is definitely the spot where you choose to start picking up on women during the show. This is a good time
So-
for that.
Yeah.
So I tell him, no, man, I'm committed. And he goes, well, you want to see my dick? And I said, I told you, man, no, I don't. And
Do
he
you want
takes his
sex? Do you want free sex?
free sex? Yeah, like, oh, free. All right, now I'm on board. I wasn't going to pay you, but
It's
if
not
it's
even going
free.
to cost you anything.
I know. What
That's
a
just
deal.
so funny. Do you
What a
want free
deal.
sex?
Yeah, so then he takes his dick out. I mean,
Yeah.
he takes his,
I
he takes
saw
his
that
dick
coming.
out.
I
Yeah,
saw
he
that
takes
coming,
his dick
surprisingly.
out.
Did he have a big one?
I mean,
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
I got,
None of
I
you
got
are
an
ready for
appraisal
prison.
of it.
Neither of you are ready for prison.
It wasn't
Okay.
that big.
Your
And also
reaction
too,
to
like
step-
he kind of whipped it out
I was
in
just
the way
curious
that you
if
would,
it was
like,
like.
when you're
I
when
mean,
you're
was it like? Was it
So-
weird looking? Was it? I don't know. Did you look at
so
it?
It probably
So-
had
I'm-
needle holes in it. Don't look too close.
yeah, so he whipped it out and he did it in the way that you do, like, when you're like peeing at a urinal or something. Like he kind of just like lifted it up over his waistband, so
over
it was
the
like getting like
pants, just
compressed
like-
and like pushed up, which is not flattering at all. and I'm
None of
just
this is
waiting for him
flattering.
to. I'm just waiting for him to fucking put his dick away, and I'm just sitting there like averting
Waiting?
my eyes for like 10 seconds. Dude, this guy is so close to my car that if I drive away, I'm gonna clip him with my mirror. Which,
That's
in
okay.
retrospect, probably I should have done.
Yeah, when someone attacks you with their penis, you can drive over their dick.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's assault at that point.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I
so I'm
give you
just
some
wait-
tips for next time if you don't want to get the? Oh, sorry. Yeah, keep going.
The story's not over yet.
Clearly traumatic. You should get this out of your system. If you can't afford therapy, you need to talk about it now.
So this guy, and I'm just waiting for him to put his dick away, and he won't. And I'm like, okay, clearly he's waiting for me to like say something, and I'm just like,
They do that.
rock and roll, man. I don't know what else to say.
No, positive encouragement is not when you
Yeah,
you
I'm
don't
just like,
switch
oh,
to
rock and
positive
roll, man.
encouragement.
Like I better get going, man. Have a good night. I don't want him to have a good night, but I gotta be polite.
You don't have to be polite.
So I don't have to be polite.
You do
so
not have to
he
be
goes
polite
over
when
to
they
the
do
other
that.
side of the car, still with his dick out, and then he takes off his sombrero and flings it away like to the other side of my car.
Oh, he's stripping for you now.
He's trying to be a little bit hot now. He's trying to be
And-
a
With his
little
dick
bit hot.
out. But he's already taken his dick out. He's basically.
He's
Right?
skipped
Yeah,
steps.
he
forgot about-
He already,
yeah.
He already
He forgot
revealed
about
the
the steps.
prestige. He
He's like,
already
"Oh,
It's
wait,
like
revealed
when we
let me
put
go
the.
prestige.
Yeah, it's like when we put
So-
the funniest clip at the beginning of an episode, and then you start to play the episode. Like he whipped his dick out.
Yeah.
He
And then he's
literally
like-
is honey dicking
And
you.
then starts
He's-
stripping right after. He's like,
Yeah, he's
I showed
literally
it to
honey
you.
dicking you.
yeah.
So remember how I said at the beginning
literal.
that he was carrying a broom? So he then uses the lighter I gave him to set his broom on fire, and it takes him a couple tries to do it.
Is his
and then I'm
penis
ju-
still out during
Gonna
Oh,
this?
yeah,
show
yeah.
and sex for free? This is crazy.
So
Yeah, it was-
you have a guy that's flung a sombrero, penis out first.
Mm-hmm. And then
Flung
he sets his
sombrero.
broom on fire.
Now he has a broom. Is it like?
So you can get
What
away with
kind of
anything,
broom?
and there's no police ever. Got it.
Is it like a
Yeah,
classic
basically.
wood-handled broom?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, sick, dude.
So
And
he
it's on
sets
fire.
the brush part on fire, and then So I start, you know,
he's really putting a stretch on that whole keep 6 feet away thing, by the way.
so I start driving away, and he starts yelling something. And at this point, I'm so committed. I fucking roll down the passenger side window. I'm like, I gotta hear what else this guy
He's
has
like,
to say.
Free
So I roll down the
sex!
passenger side window, and he come and get it. So
This is terrible, Sam.
he's yelling some blah 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 blah. And I say, what was that? And he said, hey man, you gotta look out for the yellow lady over there. And I said, all right, man, I'll keep an eye out for her.
Wow,
And-
saying stuff.
So I finally drive away and I get out of the parking lot, and at this point I'm just like so pissed off that I actually then have to pull over again in another parking lot and like chain smoke 2 more cigarettes to get my heart rate back down after this close encounter with death.
Wow.
That makes sense. I just want to give you some advice for next time, Seb. Now
Yeah,
that you've
please,
told about
anything.
The full event, because I was worried immediately at your reaction. Immediately, your very first reaction was already wrong. Your instinct to
To not
roll that
just
window
drive
down.
away
Yeah.
immediately.
Exactly. That's the part where it scared me. When you immediately
You know,
were
it's-
trying to engage him, that's where you
Yeah.
messed up. Here's the other part. You kept engaging him. Now, as soon as he says, "Do you want to fuck?" Here's what you say. I'm about to fuck you so bad you can't even bleed anymore. And then you get out of your car and you start running towards him. And then if he doesn't start backing up, you get back in your car and then you run him over. Yeah. So if you can't intimidate him
Yeah.
away from your car, you get in your car, you bump him until he gets away from your car, and then you drive away. You do not let
You
that
know
man
what?
get near you. What if he's a rapist and a murderer? Sometimes they're both. Sometimes they're both.
I mean, you usually, right? Like, but-
If they're okay with one, they're usually okay with the other. It's a
Yeah,
pretty
it's a
long
thin-
sentence
it's a-
for killing
yeah, it's a
somebody.
thin line
But
at that point.
if you kill somebody, they don't find out if you raped somebody. So there's some assholes out there. You don't want to let a guy get near you like that. That's crazy, Zeb. No, you run him over. Don't even get out of the car. Just run him over. Just run him over. Just start with run him over.
Freeze.
Yeah, so that was my.
Just tell him you're gonna kill him right away. If he says anything like that, just say, "I'm gonna fucking kill you right now." And if he doesn't back
so-
away, then just run him over and let him know you.
So,
I guess I'm laughing at the fucking just.
Anyway,
Do
I
you
would
want
like
sex? Do you want
It's free.
Free sex? You know what? This encounter really kind of. I would just like to come out on the record now, and I think that we should fund more police.
Yeah.
I think that
Certain types of police. Certain
Yeah,
types.
and I think that sweeping homeless encampments with bulldozers is good, actually. And I think that, I think that we should refund the police. I think that we should increase police presence on
Refund.
the streets. I want to see cops in full riot gear just walking around downtown. And if you're wearing a straw sombrero and carrying a broom around and offering people free sex, they break your kneecaps with batons.
I would just say, just avoid that guy in general, and
Or they try to help you, so
maybe
you don't
target the
do that.
creepers. Maybe just specifically target the creepers. I don't know if you gotta kill all homeless people.
So
but you definitely
anyway,
gotta
I'm
get
quitting the
creepers.
podcast to join the police academy.
Well, you don't gotta go that far, but definitely kill the guy next time with your car, because that's a better.
You know what sucks too? My first instinct actually was right, because as soon as I saw him, I like put the car in drive, and then I didn't drive.
Oh yeah, you were so
Yeah,
close.
dude, if I saw somebody
left
like
that
that
part out.
get
You
near
were
my
so
car,
close.
I would have been out of there.
Yeah,
I would not have let him take his stick out and light a broom on
No,
fire.
no. Yo, he had so much
offer
time to
me
set up.
free-
He was set up a Cirque du Soleil show, and you just watched him do it.
It's so
Like,
funny, dude.
So, the
Do
10
you
seconds
want
where he was just flapping his dick and you were just kind of looking away, that's why I was like, okay, drive the way you're looking. Like, drive the way you're looking. Go that way.
I'm crying, dude. That's so funny.
Yeah. So
Oh my
anyway,
God.
that's how my life is
Would you
going.
not just-
You'll
don't
get it
just
next
do that
time.
so
I'll say this
long.
next time you're going to be much better
geez,
prepared,
panel
though,
fell.
because you really got some time to sit in
Right.
there. If you go into the UFC and your fight only lasts 9 seconds, you don't get much experience. But it sounds like you went all 5 rounds with this guy's dick. So if
Just
another
to
guy
get
comes,
fucking
you've got
defeated by
5 rounds of
decision.
experience. Yeah, you've got
Yeah.
5 rounds of experience now. So that's
Fucking
good for
A.
you. Jesus
Well, it's a good
Christ.
thing. It's a good thing I didn't go any rounds with him.
Can we segue
I'd
into the
really
first
be in
thing
trouble.
in some sort
Yeah,
of
please,
non-awkward
God,
way?
anything.
No,
I-
it's
I'm
like
so
Seb went
fucking
through a.
tired
It's like
of
Seb went through a
reliving this
haunted
memory.
house, but at any point you can leave, right?
Yeah.
And Seb just stayed on the
Right,
car.
there's exit
for
signs
the whole
everywhere.
ride. At any point you can get the fuck off the ride, and he just stays on it all the way through to the end.
No. He didn't even get off. He just sat in the middle and just stayed there. And the same ghost kept scaring him over and over again. He's like, this wool werewolf
Right.
is a lot hairier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, he pulled
Yeah, it's
down
like-
the
it's
bar
like a-
that says, "Are you sure?" and it like locks you in for the whole ride. He just goes, "Yes."
It's like a roller coaster where you control the gas.
I
Seb,
can't believe how quick you engaged. You gave him a lighter. Like, you gave him something
I-
first. It wasn't free sex. You had
That's
to
how
pay
you
for
lit
it.
the
It
broom
cost
on
you a
fire,
lighter.
dude.
Yeah, that's how he got his show started. You gave him everything he needed.
Yeah, the final
You're like,
tool
"Play for
his
me, man."
performance.
You produced his show, believe it or not. So I don't think that was a good move.
Studio engineer, man, it's what I do.
Yeah,
I can't
you were so
help it.
nice to him. He didn't know what else to do, so he's
He
like,
was trying to
"You
pay you
want
back.
sex?"
Should I give you my penis for this?
He's like,
he was
"Do
just
you
trying
want
to get
free
even.
sex because you gave me all this stuff?"
See, I thought this was going to be the way. He was just trying to be courteous. You just misportrayed this whole event.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he's trying to compensate me for my services.
So we were supposed to be giving people some DIY tips for how to pick up some extra income, but my biggest suggestion now is just,
Just
whip
go
your dick
up to
out,
them.
get a sombrero and a broom. You're fine. You'll be fine in no time.
Well,
Just
if you
don't
want
give it away for
income, you
free.
can't-
Just
Yeah,
don't give it away for
exactly.
free. You're fine.
Especially, you know what really tripped me out is I didn't even have to negotiate for it to be free sex. That was just like his first offer was like, well, how
That was
about
implied,
free?
yeah. His first offer is free. I don't want to see how low that offer gets.
Yeah, like, is that like the result of market
I'm fucking-
research? Fucking A. All right. Anyway, how do you pick up some extra income in this day and age?
Yeah, I would avoid that. You know, one way that I found one summer when I was younger, I think this is a good tip. I used to go door to door selling vacuums.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just basically
I
start
have-
at one house, you go to the next house, next house, next house, and when you get to the house, you try and talk to them, let them get in the house. You want to spend like an hour and a half vacuuming their house, talking to them, meeting the family, and then you leave, go to the next house, same thing, and you just go down door to door to door. And like, you sell like a $2,000 Kirby vacuum, your commission, you're bringing home like $40. You sell like 10 of those, just like a $400 day. So I'll
know,
go door to door selling vacuums.
One of the most visceral childhood memories I have is of one of those door-to-door vacuum guys coming in, and like because they
My
do the
brethren.
demonstration and they like vacuum your house and they're like, oh, like look at all the skin cells in your carpet or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember
Yeah.
after they left and my parents didn't buy a vacuum, my mom was just like, sick. Now I don't have to vacuum for like 2 weeks.
That's a good takeaway. That's why they usually they've wizened their craft over the years, and now they'll only do one room. Like,
Yeah,
they'll
they
go-
did like the whole house.
They'll do half of your daughter's bed. Like they'll just do where her feet go.
So there's
Like,
like
"Here you go."
lines in the carpet.
Yeah. Like, so this part's clean, and this is where the parasites will kill her on the bed. It's
is
a
where
dirty
you-
ass
this-
sales pitch.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, you can't be doing that now though, because no one's gonna fucking let you into their house,
Ooh,
right?
Yeah, you know what though? Yeah, you could do it. Honestly, if you're a good enough salesman, no is never the answer.
Yeah,
so
you'll
I'll
find
just
a
say
way.
that. Yeah, Gavin Newsom can't stop every house from buying a vacuum. You know, they can't enforce
No
them all.
matter how much he tries.
Yeah, you know, it's wintertime. I think citruses go in bloom. You could probably sell oranges on the side of the road. You could
Okay.
just hand pick some oranges, put them in a bag, sell them to people, take their money, give them their oranges, bang, out the window.
You could
I'm
create your
a-
own delivery service.
Yeah,
What do you
do a delivery
deliver?
service. Oranges and vacuums. And brooms and sombreros.
Just create your
You
own
pay
delivery
extra.
service, Seb.
Yeah.
You know?
Just deliver stuff in general.
Yeah, you're just like,
start handing
you're-
out your card. Like these are my rates.
Found some great customers. You just go from hospital to hospital, county to county.
These are my rates. These are my hours.
They have
If you
me
need
carrying
to
all
get
these
stuff for you-
Q-tips. It's weird. I just
Yeah,
grab
if
them,
you
put
need
them
to
in my
get
car.
stuff for you, let me know. Yeah, and I'll do it.
I
This is what I
feel
charge.
like, I feel like a lot of the ways, a lot of the good like sort of gig sort of stuff that you used to be able to do is all stuff that we can't do. Like Uber driver, you can still do that, but that seems like a risky proposition these days.
I start seeing taxi cabs again.
Yeah, right.
How weird is that?
Their experience, they're used to getting illnesses from tourists. Like their immune systems are so strong.
What's the difference really between a taxi cab and an Uber nowadays? Like, 'cause
One
they got
has
the Square
healthcare.
Pay. Yeah, one has healthcare. You're basically choosing a driver to have healthcare or not.
One
weird.
is like adequately trained, and the other one is just like a guy with a
I
driver's
feel like it's
license
just
and a Prius.
demographic. It's like taxis still exist for people that lack the ability to use technology.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
right,
is-
they can't
there is
download
that
an
market
app.
for sure.
I really think that's true.
No, it's
because,
true, it's true.
Like that's what they know of, or that's
Right,
what
yeah,
they
it's like, okay, we'll just
can
get a
find, but
cab.
without using like or without knowing how to really navigate and use like a smartphone or a laptop or anything like that. They just
So
kind of
my-
have to.
Yeah, they have to. They have no choice. It's like it's their only reliable method. But to your point, I think we should branch out and find our own niche in the delivery service. What if instead of being like taxi cabs, which are like old school and like you pay and the person has health insurance, and Uber, which is like super modern and fast and everybody's like a work slave. What if you did your own hybrid thing where you just didn't pay taxes and that was your deal? Like the government gets none of this. Are you anti-government? You want to ride with me because we don't do it that way.
Yeah, this
The
is not
government knows nothing
this
about
is
this
not a
ride.
sanctioned business
Yeah,
whatsoever.
it's like the Bitcoin of deliveries. Like, no one knows where my car's gonna be tomorrow. No one knows where you're going in it, and we ain't telling nobody shit. Like, I want to do Bitcoin deliveries. Like,
yeah,
look,
the-
you
the-
might
Basically, just trapping deliveries to people and
Yeah.
just getting cash every time.
every single time the driver just like throws his phone out the window
Yeah.
into a gutter.
Yeah, do you want a delivery where 2 people get picked up but only one gets dropped off? I can help you. You want the Bitcoin of Ubers? Trust me.
It'd be so funny. You're out with somebody and you have like a burn phone, and then
It's
you
like a
answer
burner
it, and then
car.
you answer it, and you start writing it down. You're like, okay, eggs, bread. Okay, you need milk, 2%. Got it. Okay. Bananas. All right.
He just breaks it in half.
When do you need it by? Okay, that's gonna be tell them the amount,
Yeah.
and then
You're charging for a
Okay,
burner phone. You're charging for the groceries,
Yeah.
the gas.
hey, have the cash ready when I get there. All right, I'm
You're
gonna
charging
leave it
for
at
the
door.
license plate. You're gonna need a new one every time.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at the door. Leave the cash under the mat.
It's gonna be $985.
Yeah. You hang up and
Privacy
what are you
ain't
doing?
cheap.
You're like, oh, I got a grocery delivery at like 8 o'clock.
You
You're
just
making
snap the phone in half.
$980
and
Pull out
plug
a
it
gun.
into
Shoot the person you talk to. No one can know about this.
Yeah, you burn down the grocery store after you leave.
Dude, traceless delivery.
You just go. Somebody wants some Safeway. They're like, what's that? You're like, oh, it's this new drug people are.
You gotta
really into.
hide it. You gotta pretend you're doing something else.
called
I gotta go
Safeway.
whack somebody. Don't worry about it, all right?
Yeah, it's called- yeah.
You're trying to get bananas across town, and no one can know.
Yeah.
That's actually, we laugh about that now. That's gonna become a thing in the future more and more.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
That was,
such a thing. Some celebrity doesn't even want to
there
know people that are getting Viagra to their house, and they're gonna do anything in the world to stop anybody
There
from
was-
knowing. And it's
there
not
was
gonna be enough
a-
to hide the package.
They made a video game where that was the plot, where like all
I believe there's a
information is
brand
monitored.
that does
and they-
that.
Oh.
No, it was called Mirror's Edge, and it was about these people
Oh, okay,
who would
yeah,
just
yeah.
like free run and like deliver packages because like the internet is monitored or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we're totally gonna get there, where
They're
it's like,
like-
oh, like we're gonna go back to like sending letters and stuff because it's the only thing that like isn't surveilled.
What kills me is they think parkour is faster than carrier pigeon. It's like, what?
It's not. Carrier
not.
pigeon is like the ultimate privacy.
Yeah. I mean, the only problem is I think like you can go to more locations freely with parkour. Maybe parkour is the future of communication. I'm in the communication industry. I should be thinking
Parkour
these
and
kinds
carrier.
of things.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
go
what-
pitch-
That's what 6G is gonna be.
I'm gonna pitch to Verizon that instead of cell towers, we
So
just teach
funny.
everybody parkour. Like, look, it's
Yeah,
gonna
you hear a
work.
knock on your door like Saturday at like 10 in the morning. You open the door and then the mailman
CrossFit
like,
guy. Here's your
Yeah.
message. Gotta go. Gotta keep the blood pumping.
he just backflips off the apartment complex and like
Give him some bird seed.
slides down. Yeah, he slides down like the gutter rail and then just like, and then cartwheels into the fucking mail truck.
He just somersaults through your window.
Parkour. Yeah, he just leaves.
Hey, dude.
Right? He's just like at your second story window, just like, how the fuck did Shoot,
They
get
call
out
it
there.
post-core. That's what they call it.
Post-core.
Post-core.
2 stars. Didn't use the door.
Yeah.
Didn't do a backflip.
Yeah, 2-star
Yeah, they're
review.
like the-
Footprints
they're
on my
like
If they have a
walls.
if they have a package for you, they do the front flip like they're a soccer player, like throwing in from the side, and then they just like throw your package at you, and you like fall back into your house. And you're like, yes.
Oh my gosh, I love all these ideas. These are
love
all going to be
Amazon.
actual legitimate ideas pretty soon, and we're going to be kicking ourselves that we didn't pursue any of these.
Yeah,
And
that we
some of
didn't-
them-
Yeah,
that we
somebody's
set it
gonna.
all in the-
Yeah, we're gonna be watching a
That
USPS
we gave
commercial. And it's
away
gonna be a
all
guy
these
doing
great
cartwheels
ideas
around.
for
I'm like,
It's going to
dude,
be all these things happening.
That is literally what we said. Yeah.
We suck.
Oh,
All
I
right,
hate that I
let's-
just said that.
Cyberpunk is about, I think.
Yeah, that's what 27/7. It's
Ah,
not that
it's a
or
lot of
penis
our
size.
line.
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
Dude.
Haven't played it. Heard a lot of terrible things. Can't
Yeah,
wait
my
till now.
computer won't run it. Rest in peace.
Most computers won't.
Anyway,
So, you want to take us to this next one, Michael?
Sure.
I know you love this theme song more than anything else, and you're
Yeah,
gonna be
we're
the one
doing
who-
a battle of the brands today.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Battle of the brands.
Whoa.
We are doing a battle of the brands, and we're talking winter wardrobe. We're talking what's the best item, what's the best type of winter clothing item for your body, what's the most crucial, warmest.
okay. I've got.
Can't live
I've
without
got
it.
Mine. I've got mine right off the top.
Really?
Okay, go for it. Go for it. Hit us. Hit her.
Thermal long johns. It's the single thing you can buy that makes the
Top
biggest
or bottom?
difference to
Or
your-
whole thing.
I think if you want to have both, but if you can only have one, you want to go the bottom, because you can always wear, like more jackets or a long sleeve shirt or whatever. But think about it. Most
you
of the
throw
time
those-
you're
you
out
throw on
wearing,
those
shirt,
thermals,
hoodie,
yeah.
jacket, whatever. You're all bundled up. You're good. What about the bottom half of you is just out there in the wind, freezing? All you've got is pants and underwear. No, you get those fucking thermal long johns in there. You're good. You wear your normal pants over it. You look normal, but you are in so much more comfort than you would be
Yep.
otherwise. I think if you can only afford one item of winter clothing, that's the one to get.
I used to
Yeah.
I used to walk to work in school, and it was like a 2-mile walk to work, and I sometimes it would get really cold, and so I'd wear like thermals under my clothes, and then when I get to the restaurant, I'd go in and take them off because
It's so
I
hot.
didn't wear them in the.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's the problem with the long johns, is that you do have to take them off when you get
Yeah, I would like
inside
put on
somewhere.
all this winter clothing and like be all, coated scarf because it
Super
was like
blow up.
I think it was like 19 degrees or something, 18 or
Oh
19.
my gosh.
And so
Ooh, that's
I would
cool.
I would get to work and then I would have to like take off all this stuff.
Because it's still
I was
90
like-
degrees in the kitchen.
Well, it was snow, like it was like slick. It was like, yeah, I was wearing. I think that year was the year that it got like. I mean, every year it would get like this. It would snow and then it would just melt, but it would melt and freeze, melt and freeze, melt and freeze, and so you'd get like ice that was just super thick on certain parts of the road, and you would go to stop and you would just
Ugh.
keep. Like I slid through an intersection one time. Because I was like,
So for your battle of
Stopped.
the brands, you're choosing anti-lock brakes?
yeah.
snow chains, winter tires.
Yes, no
Anyways.
chance. That would be
Enough
hella
about
funny. I would
thermals.
not see that coming, by the way.
I just, I just
Kudos
sliding,
for the most
but
original battle of the brands in the world.
that when you said thermals, that's what I thought of. Was like all sliding in my car.
Oh, winter,
and
the
walking in the
ice,
snow.
everything. It is tied
Yeah.
to winter. That is a very, very winter piece of clothing. Super winter.
Extra layers for your legs. That's how you know it's getting cold. Like,
I literally think of being in snow. That's when I think of thermals. I'm literally gonna be in snow.
let's see.
Toasty,
Best
toasty.
item for winter.
Thermals are hacks, by the way. If you are in snow, it feels like you now have like an astronaut spacesuit on. You're like
Yes,
perfectly
it's
insulated.
like-
You're like, I'm invulnerable to this environment. Sorry, go ahead, Michael.
When it's real cold.
You've clearly thought of this.
Yeah, maybe. maybe he'll
There's
have
just a lot of things. There's so many items, you know. It's like hard to pick one that's like
I'm only thinking
There's
of
like
two.
the best.
And they're
yeah.
so dead set. There's
There's
two in my head that I'm
4.
like, it's these. Although there's a lot of different things that happen. The whole like there's usually I've heard of people who have winter wardrobes and summer wardrobes, and like they literally will like freeze wrap and
Oh.
dry their winter wardrobe in summer because they're not gonna wear any of those clothes unless it's very cold.
Makes
And it's just
sense.
a whole different wardrobe. So it opens up a little bit. But is
I
there
guess
some
I kind of
piece
do that with my coats. So it's a good coat. Like I have this coat that I've had for a while, and I only ever wear it when it's like real cold. But it's pretty thick, and it zips all the way up. To
Oh
like
yeah. Over the
Okay.
mouth, like to get stuff to the nose area.
Not really. I have
it's
one
like
that does
too low.
that, but this one just kind of like
Sometimes they cut up too
Yeah.
much, and it's like you can barely see.
But I normally wear that and then like a good hat. So I'd say the coat is probably my
Hat.
go-to.
I'm
on
surprised
those.
nobody said this, but I let's talk about coat first because I do like coat, and like you can wear coats throughout the year. You can have like a light coat or whatever, like a sport jacket kind of coat or something. But like a nice winter coat, like an overcoat, like big. Oh, dude, those are the
Yeah.
ultimate insulation. Especially like snowboarding. Did you guys ever like ski or snowboard?
No.
No, but I like did like sledding and stuff.
Same thing. You're dressing exactly the same. So like the big like puffy insulation stuff, and you have layers underneath. It feels literally like you could not get hurt if you tried. Like you're just like invulnerable to everything. It's like being an astronaut. It's so freaking sick, and it feels different. Like when you walk outside, it just feels different if you're in that big coat. I don't know. I love it. But I don't know. Between thermals and coat, here's my hardship. You guys are literally attacking winter from the opposite ends of the spectrum. Like Seb's
That's
like
true,
all
yeah,
the way
inner
like
and
base
outer.
layer, and Michael's all the way on the outside, the exterior layer. So like, where's
So
there
that's
room
what I
for
was trying to
cannonballs?
think. I was
You guys pulled a
guys are
freaking Price is
ripping me
Right
for
on me.
thinking.
You went $1, you went 1,000. Like I don't know where to go. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm kind of at a tie, a toss up. Let me let this dog bark 1,000 more times really quick. So nobody said this beanie. You're wearing one right now, Michael. Jesus Christ.
I thought about it, dude, but I'm not really a beanie guy in winter unless it's like
It's like-
snowing.
Yeah, I get that. You can
I'll
like,
just rock
a beanie
I'll
year-round.
rock a normal hat.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
you wear hats and stuff too. But when you get a beanie on, man, oh, the hair gets all matted a certain way. Like you get your own version of beanie hair, and like it just kind of sets the
different
vibe.
for everyone.
Yeah, you get like your own chill vibe version of your hair. It's like, what's up, dude? I wear a lot of beanies, man. I'm just hanging out. Like it just turns into like beanie hair, and beanies are so comfy. But also, I think I'm with Michael. I kind of just gotta agree because like a nice wool pea coat in winter. It's not like the outdoor rec version of an over jacket, but it's like the formal wear version of an overcoat. And I literally feel like I'm a bad guy in a Batman comic when I get the nice wool pea coat, all black.
You're just
button
like
it
this
up,
ominous
Get some leather gloves.
guy walking down the street like
Yeah.
some third-rate villain or something. Like,
Yeah, the piece of papers I sign cost people their lives. I love that so much.
it's a
Oh
nice
my god.
tenement housing you have there. It'd be a shame if the rent were to go up.
So that and scarf. Scarf's not comfortable though. Peacoat
Scarf
actually
is
feels
scarf
very
is
comfortable.
underrated.
Scarf
Scarf is
looks
underrated.
so damn good. If you got a nice peacoat and a scarf in wintertime, are you kidding me, boy? Are you kidding me, boy?
Yeah,
Because you
that's-
look so damn good, especially if the scarf's nice. And like, oh my gosh, I die for that. But
Scarf-
it's not.
scarf-
They're not that comfortable all the time.
It's true. Yeah, they're bulky. It's a big object to have. I feel like scarf is good because they are, it's a multi-purpose device.
Mm-hmm.
It's like for your neck, for your face, for your ears. I don't know about y'all. My ears get fucking really cold, which is why
Oh,
I do
yeah.
have to wear like beanies in the winter sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
it's mostly just to keep my ears from freezing and fucking falling off.
Okay, so let's do this. You guys are gonna go to Aspen for the weekend. You've got what you're wearing right now, and you only get to bring one other item. Are you gonna bring like an over jacket, like an overcoat? Are you gonna bring a peacoat, or are you gonna bring thermals?
Ooh, I'm just wearing if I can get upper and lower thermals, I would go that way. But if I could really only bring one item, it would have to be a jacket because I am just wearing a t-shirt right now. So.
Okay, yeah, I'm the same boat. I'm
Man.
the same boat.
I feel like I'd really suffer because I'm barefoot right now. I was waiting for you to finish because you said what you're wearing right now, and I'm wearing sweats and a hoodie and a beanie. So I'm like,
You're
Fully
okay.
covered
good.
except your feet.
You'll survive,
Except my
for that
feet.
one thing.
and then you didn't say anything about your feet, so I was like, I'm really fucked.
Or a pair of Uggs. Let's just throw in, because we know what Anthony would have said.
God, Uggs are so warm. Bro.
Dude, you just put a pair of Uggs in that snowboard, dude. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Listen, you get the black Uggs. Yes, you get the black Uggs. Yes, they cost extra. Yes, you got the money.
And then you get out of your Wraith with heated seats.
Yep. So, yeah, he would go with the Uggs. I would say, honestly, if I'm going to Aspen, I'm getting the pea coat. Because you can show up barefoot to a party in Aspen. As long as you got a nice overcoat, they're going to not look the other way.
Yeah, they won't notice.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah, it'll
moose, I'm
just
going to
be like-
schmingle. I'm going to be moozing with all the uppity-ups. And the next thing you know, I got free Uggs.
Yeah,
like
someone
a-
will offer them to you out of sympathy or something.
No, some drunk white girl's going to lose hers.
Yeah, you're in someone's house. Yeah, they make you take your shoes off. Just like, oh, sorry, I thought
am
these were
not-
mine.
Yeah, I am not above stealing shoe wear from strangers, okay? And I want that to be very clear on this podcast. All right, we were at it even long at this point. You guys just want to even hit this last one? Or you guys want to do takeaways? What do you think?
I think we hit this last one real quick. So
Let's do it real quick.
it's been a tough year for everybody. That's maybe the understatement of the year.
Yeah.
But it's been tough. You can treat yourself a little bit. You made it this far. You deserve something nice. So what are some gifts you would buy for yourself here at the end of this this most challenging year?
Some
How do
treat
you
yourself
how do you
gifts.
treat yourself as a reward for this? I can think of a couple. I think first of all, don't buy a PS5 or an Xbox. Wait like a year for them to fix them and for them to go down in price. That's a real tip from me to you. Don't fucking buy one of those things.
discount.
Yeah, get it in like January or something. I think that what everybody really deserves right now is I think that everybody should own a just like a big bottle of whiskey or like of your favorite liquor. I like whiskey because it's a good winter drink. It warms you up. But I think that everybody should just go out there and buy themselves a nice big bottle of whatever their poison of choice is. Because I think, and then you should absolutely make sure that it's gone before the end of the year, if not sooner. Because again, we've all earned it, I think.
Oh yeah, we deserve it. I would say get like 50 of those bottles if you can afford it. Just get as many as you can. Fill your house. You won't need toilet paper. You drink enough whiskey, you stop shitting. Well, actually, you start only shitting.
I was gonna
You don't
say,
need a lot of
it's
toilet paper.
not true.
Whiskey and toilet paper. What would you
Before
go
there's
on?
a run again,
Yeah.
where it's all sold out.
Gift for myself. I would probably get.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah, it's hard to say. If I was like, I don't know, if I was really trying to gift myself something, it'd probably be.
I spend so much money on stupid shit for myself that I feel
Already?
like
Yeah.
I don't
The
need
gift has been given.
the end of the year as an excuse to do it. Like, I'll just do it. Like, I'll just be at Best
Yeah.
Buy or whatever and just be like, yeah, all right, sure. I've got enough
I'd probably
money.
replace something that I use a lot,
Oh, yeah, like a
like,
replacement something.
like upgrade my phone or like get some new shoes or get some new like clothes or.
Now all you need is a stimulus check.
Yeah, that would be the greatest
Yeah.
gift is 1,200 fat ones from Uncle Sam.
Yeah, I would
That would
give
really
myself
be-
a Congress that works in Congress.
Yeah, I would like an entirely new system of government. Would be really cool.
here's what I'm thinking. 2020 gift for yourself. Trump's gonna be out of office soon. Supreme Court shut him down, which means
Stop the steal, man.
the day before he gets out of office, he is gonna jack up the rate on the Fed to like 15%. So buy yourself a house now. Now. And if you can't do it now, then there's only two things that everybody needs: get yourself a lawyer and a gun. Bang.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really what we should all be getting ourselves for the end of this year is like a gun and some canned food, just some non-perishable items.
got it all,
Get
baby.
yourself a book about like water purification and logging or something. Buy yourself a nice homestead somewhere.
Yep, I bought myself 20 pounds of dehydrated mashed potatoes. I am good till the bed bugs get to it. It is gonna be all right. What you guys got for takeaways? Dehydrated mashed potatoes is the most disgusting
Dehydrated
thing ever.
mashed potatoes.
It's potatoes and they ruin them.
That is foul.
It's actually not. It's not as bad as you think. A lot of the mashed potatoes you eat is actually dehydrated mashed potatoes. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I was gonna say mashed potatoes anyway is not my favorite.
My takeaway is that was one of the funniest like stories that Seb's told. Probably on
And
the
traumatic.
podcast.
We don't want to overlook the traumatic part of that.
I
'cause
couldn't.
that's
I know
for
it was
real.
traumatic for sure, but also just I could not stop laughing at like just when he said just the whole like, do you want sex? Do you want free sex?
Free. It's free.
Could not stop laughing at that.
I wish
You know
I
what,
knew what this
actually-
guy looked like. My biggest fear now is that I'm gonna run into him and not that context, and he's gonna seem like a normal guy, and I'm gonna befriend him, and he's my new friend Raul, and then I bring him to a party, and you're like, and all you're seeing is like sombreros and brooms floating in the room, and I'm like, what's wrong? This is my friend Raul, and then he's like, you want to see my
Yeah.
dick? And like he's just mouthing it, so only you know. So I wish I knew what he looked like.
Believe me, it'll be hard. He would be hard to mistake because he could barely get a sentence out that sounded coherent and normal.
His behavior
So-
speaks for itself.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you'll
Yeah, Seb, you should
he'll
find
identify himself when he asks you if you want free sex or he asks to see your dick or whatever, or he starts setting something on fire.
Seb, you should find an old broom and find a sombrero and then recreate the.
Yeah, we should actually
Guy.
film this. We should film this. This is the
What,
next
like,
Color Rowdy
why,
video.
why do you guys want to make me relive this? You were just
Exactly.
acknowledging how traumatic it was.
No.
me.
If you try and just block this out and act like it
Because
didn't
then you'll
happen,
get
never
no
get
relive
over
it, but then you get to have like a good positive reaction.
can
I become
control
more
the outcome.
powerful. Okay.
Exactly.
You'll
you become in
leave
control
before
of
the dick gets
outcome.
pulled out. You'll be
Yep.
like, I'm in control.
Well, Quentin Tarantino it. You'll cut the dick off and blood will go shooting everywhere.
It'll be like the
Sick.
end of
Oh yeah, dude. Okay,
Inglourious
now we're doing.
Bastards. I'll kill him.
And then you'll take the broom that's on fire and
Oh
you'll.
my
like,
God! Coming to
you'll
theaters
just, like-
2021, baby. Here we go. Seb's cutting dicks off left and right. It's gonna be just a parking lot full
Yeah.
of people with their dicks out, and you're.
It's
just
like
gonna
that part in
hold the sword out your
RoboCop
car
where he shoots
and
the
just
guy
drive.
in the dick. I'm just sitting there with two guns, just like blasting fucking.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the Power Rangers putties, but with sombreros and brooms, and then they're gonna be coming at you, and you're just gonna start shooting their dicks off. This is gonna be the best movie we've ever seen. Okay, I can't wait for this. My takeaway is I can't wait to see this movie.
My
The,
takeaway
the
is
catchline is gonna be, quit offering me free sex.
In a world where the sex is free.
is free.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love this.
My takeaway is next time some random motherfucker wearing a straw sombrero and carrying a broom appears next to my car, I'm just driving away.
Leave.
Don't focus on
out.
the ethnic part of the thing. Just make it
Leave,
about the
Sam.
dick coming out. Make it about
Yeah.
the violence and the sexual.
Well, you
assault.
never know that that's going to happen until it happens.
He
so
told
let me
you.
just-
He
Leave
told
him
you.
alone.
That's true. He did warn me.
And you were like, rock and roll. You were giving
Rock
him
and
a positive
roll.
encouragement.
Yep.
You were like, yay, every time he did
This is-
something. You gotta
This
stop
is
that.
good, actually.
Funny.
You're like,
love
I'm
it.
kind of a fan. If this is a Spotify channel, I'd subscribe. All right. Oh my gosh.
Stay hydrated.
Peace out.
Mucho te querés. Oh my god.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to the episode. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at Cowboy Rowdy Podcast, also on Facebook and YouTube at The Cowboy Rowdy Podcast.
Check me out on Facebook and Instagram at kmbeezy.berry and see me on YouTube at CB Comedy. I'm just below the little Indian kid who makes funny videos in his room.
You can follow me at The Ghost of Anthony on Instagram and at Young Bathman on Twitter.
And follow me, Sebastian, on Instagram at Seinfeld.
And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at _mbooth.